hands. One inaccurate throw after one inaccurate throw. They were clowning him. And now, who are the clowns? The people who hate on Josh Allen right now still. So shout out to him. Shout out to Stephon Diggs, Maryland native, DMV native. Put on a show last night. Was amped up for sure.
Put on a show. Whew,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, bro, I get it. The Rams lost, but we got to give Cooper Kupp his flowers, bro. This man's is just racking up yards,
13
everything.
receptions, 110. Oh, my gosh. He ate last night.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. But, yeah, moving on from the game, though, I do want to get your thoughts on the piece of breaking news with regards to a stud player on our team, Cameron Curl, who will be out week 1, be out on Sunday. How big of a loss do you think that will be? And do you think our defense will be able to contain Trevor Lawrence, given that Cam Curl's not going to be there?
Yeah, it's a huge loss, but it's not a critical one, as I would tell people. It's a huge loss for sure. Like, it's definitely detrimental, especially how bad the secondary looked in the preseason. Even the starters did not look that great. Kendall Fuller nor William Jackson looked great in the preseason. Will Jackson actually looked okay, but Kendall Fuller did look like burnt toast at times. That's also sometimes looked like the old Kendall Fuller. So we don't know which Kendall Fuller we're going to get. I just need the old one and not the one that getting burnt toast by Marvin Hall and guys that we don't know their names in the league. I need it to stop. But that's not here nor there. So, huge loss, but not a critical one. That just means the defensive line has to do more to get to the quarterback. That just means the linebackers going to have to play like at least average linebackers and stop playing like trash. And then that just means Jeremy Reeves might have to step up. That means Derek Forrest, hey, go play Buffalo nickel. Actually do it right. That means Benjamin St. Juice. I don't know if you're playing the slot, bro. I don't like it, but you're going to have to play your best in the slot. That means Will Jack got to be that cornerback one we was all looking forward to when we gave him $14 million per season. That's what it means. Everyone has to step up and play their roles and then do a little bit more than their normal role.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Jeremy Reeves is our guy. Really, the last almost 3 years now, bro. Almost 3 years. Hopefully, you can put on a show. But
I think he will, though. I believe him.
But, bro, I mean, I remember last year we were both talking about how we doubted. We still have our doubts about Bobby McCain, bro. And, I mean, we're going to talk about this a little bit later. But, yeah.
I don't like Bobby McCain at all. I've already explained this.
We talked about how he got 2 picks off of Jake Fromm last game of the season. That probably amped up his salary by like $3 or $4 million.
Stay farm, man. Stay farm. Free picks. Get a pick. Yeah. Get a pick.
Yeah, everybody gets a pick. But yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know, man. I think the Cam Curl loss is going to be pretty big, and you know,
a huge one.
Yeah, for sure. But another player that he's definitely not going to play week 1 and might not play 3-4 weeks into the season. But I want to talk about Brian Robinson because everybody, we mentioned this on previous live streams, and I know you mentioned this on your channel too, Tone. But Brian Robinson obviously had the whole gun violence situation in DC a couple of weeks ago. Yep. And he was on crutches. He's reportedly already shed his crutches and is not walking with a limp. This is like 2 weeks after the incident.
I saw him walking in the reel they showed on Instagram. He was not with a limp. There was no limp in that walk at all.
And Chase Young was walking with a limp off the ACL.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But okay. When do you think he'll be ready for us? Brian Robinson.
Honestly, I would say mid-season, probably that week 7, week 8 range, something like that. And I don't want to rush him. I want to take their time with him, and hopefully he'll be fine. I don't want to rush him back because they do. Then things can go awry when you rush him back, especially off a gunshot wound. Yeah. I've never been shot personally, but I know people got shot, and the timetable is very, very iffy on healing for those type of things. So I definitely wanted him to take his time and come back. But I'll say week 7 and week 8, though, if I were taking a guess. He'll go beyond a little bit beyond the NFI list time frame of 4 weeks. He'll be back week 7 if I'm taking a guess.
Okay. All right. And I mean, I have to talk about this running back, right? Because he is technically our starter right now with Brian Robinson being out. He had fumbling issues even in the preseason, fumbling issues last year. I think he led the league in fumbles. Antonio Gibson, think he could step up and man Brian Robinson's place at the running back position as our starting running back?
Honestly speaking, I expect Gibby to eat.
Okay.
I expect him to eat. I expect
Talking
him to
about
eat.
the whole time Brian Robinson's out, right? Oh. I think Protech went out. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, y'all. But yeah, I mean, until Protech comes back on. Antonio Gibson, I think he can step up adequately for B-Rob. I think he's going to have to, especially week 1 when it's going to be raining a bunch and we'll probably not throw the ball much. Okay, Tone's back. Okay. Yeah, Antonio Gibson. It's all good.
I expect Gibson to eat, man. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars who are known for pass rushing but not run defense, for one. Detroit has a good defensive line, but it's not nothing great. So
yeah,
I expect Gibson to eat.
I will say though, now the Jaguars have Trevon Walker, right, #1 overall pick from this year, but they also have Chad Muma, and I believe they drafted another linebacker as well. They drafted
Devin Lloyd as well.
Devin Lloyd. And they could help stop the run, no?
And they picked up Foye Olukun too. So
yeah, they
have nice line. I don't like their interior defensive linemen to actually get the holes open for the linebackers to come actually stop the run. That's the only thing with Jacksonville. It's not really a linebacking core. I actually love their linebackers, by the way. Wish we got one of those. They got dang. All them linebackers they got. We ain't getting them.
Bro, and we're getting nobody. We're getting no. You know who we got? You know who we got? Bro, Tone. Remember the first year of us like being even on this YouTube thing? Remember how we were talking about John Bostic and how much we hated seeing the back of his jersey, bro? And we got John Bostic back, bro. We got John Bostic back.
John Bostic, man. Bad old Bostic.
John Bostic. Hey, Cole Holcomb was named captain. One of the captains on defense.
Yeah, I actually like Cole. I don't have a problem with Cole. I don't have a problem with Jamin. I think those two guys are gonna. I think both are gonna grow this year. Honestly speaking, especially Cole in his coverage skills, he needs to be better. But
yeah,
my big problem is just why you signed John Bostic. Why? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, they probably thought, let's get a linebacker that knows our system and that could, step up very quickly on our defense off of a pretty much signing right before the season, right? I think that was probably their thought process. But, I mean, bro, it just reeks of complacency. Complacency was pretty much the name of the game when it comes to this offseason and really the entire Ron Rivera Commanders sort of like tenure in terms of like big moves and stuff. We didn't go after a Matt Stafford. We didn't go after, some of the big fish in the quarterback market. Sure, we got a Kendall Fuller a couple years back, William Jackson, but I mean, I guess those are probably the two biggest moves we made since Ron Rivera has been here. But like, I mean, linebacker, you just got to point to linebacker, right? And even safety to show how like we've been pretty complacent at those positions, and those positions have been suffering since.
1,000% facts. Especially you sign a guy like Bobby McCain, especially to start at free safety for you.
And they gave him money, bro. It wasn't a cheap contract either.
Yeah, $5.5 million for Bobby McCain.
Per year?
Almost $6 million for Bobby McCain.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheap. Let me rephrase. So it's cheap for like, I would say maybe a bona fide starting safety. But the issue is, though, we don't think he is a bona fide starting safety.
Sorry.
And he's getting paid $5.5 million a year. Shout out to LF. I think Tone, having technical difficulties. I don't know. It might be the Wi-Fi going in and out, or the data. I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. It's all good.
You hear me now?
But yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you, just can't see you now.
Oh no, it's just dark.
Yeah.
I'm in a car. It's dark. I'll just put myself in that.
Okay. It's all good. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, Bobby McCain, starting safety. He has to man up or step up, I should say, because Cam Curl's out. and we shall see about that. But another bit of news that I wanted to get to. So I think somebody who amidst this whole Gibson versus Robinson talk this entire offseason, I think is being forgotten a lot is J.D. McKissick, bro. Like, how much do you think he's going to step up? Especially because, again, something that not enough people are talking about, he had a major injury last season as well that cut his season short. Like, what are your thoughts on McKissick in his role this year?
Injury, yeah. I do think McKissick's role is going to be expanded a little, but they want to make sure he stays healthy. So I don't think it's going to be too much more expanded than it is now, being the third down back. He'll get a carry every now and then, or he might get carries in the red zone like he did last year. Had a couple of red zone touchdowns. I don't expect him to get a lot more touches, though. I just don't expect a ton more touches from him, just because they don't want to get him hurt. So they want to preserve him and make sure he stays healthy. And he's a big part of their third down offense. Like, he's a chain mover. You want to keep chain movers like that healthy. So I don't expect a ton of touches for J.D. McKissick. But I do expect a few more than usual.
That's fair. And I will say, I mean, Carson Wentz, he doesn't necessarily like throwing to his running backs out of the backfield and stuff. So that was also a question that or an issue that we talked about earlier in the offseason, because we were like, oh, J.D. McKissick not being back there are some people out there who were like, oh, that might not be as big of a loss because Carson Wentz is not the type of quarterback that throws to his running backs out of the backfield like an Alex Smith, like even a Taylor Heineke and stuff like that. But I mean, J.D. McKissick was our entire offense, in my opinion, in 2020 minus Terry, right? Was our entire offense in 2020. And 2021, he also did some great things. Who can forget the diving touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons, right? In Atlanta. Yeah, in overtime. Or I think it was either end of regulation or overtime. But it was pretty much to win the game, right? So
end of regulation. It ended the game in regulation, essentially.
Yeah.
You can't forget the big pass he caught in the Giants game to set up the Ricky Seals-Jones touchdown in the Giants game. The 2 touchdowns in Seattle. Like, he was huge last year, man.
Yeah, and in 2020, he was second, I believe, in receptions for running backs, right? Only second behind Alvin Kamara, who had an insane season that year. You can forget the 6 touchdowns that he had Christmas Day against the Vikings. But shout out to Door Gunner, flying up from Miami and ready to turn up at the game. Bro, I hope you have a great time, Door Gunner. Unfortunately, though, and this is what I want to get to, bro, I think this is going to be a major factor in the game. It's going to be raining like the entire day on Sunday. I don't know if we're going to see much of, Carson Wentz airing the ball out. The thing that a lot of fans want to see, right? That's why I started off by talking about the running backs, because I think Gibson, he has to be great in this game in order for us to win. I know it's the Jaguars. Oh, it's a lowly team. They got the #1 pick this past year. Oh, they're a bad team. They only won 3 games last year. But I think they improved mightily. They dished out a lot of money, and I think they have some crazy contracts that they're dealing with. But at the end of the day, they did improve a lot on their roster. I think Trevor Lawrence is also going to improve in his second season in the NFL. So Antonio Gibson needs to show out. Do you agree with me on that? Just because it's like raining and we're not going to be able to throw it too much?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I do. I expect Antonio Gibson to eat, and he needs to eat, because if he doesn't, then that means that you can't open up the passing game with play action. Emo is going to want to throw the ball some. Number 2, you're going to be behind the chains, which force you to throw the ball, which you don't want to do because it's freaking raining outside. And number 3, for his own freaking confidence, for goodness sake, run the ball, bro, and actually don't fumble the darn ball. That would be great. I would appreciate that, Antonio. Run the ball, find open holes, don't have this bad vision you've been having the first 2 seasons of your career, and actually don't cough up the rock. I would very appreciate that.
Yeah. I agree with you, bro. I don't know. We all thought maybe his fumbling issues might be corrected this offseason, but he started off the preseason fumbling the ball. Yeah. And bro, and we talked about this again last season as well, but the issue is not just that he's fumbling the ball. It felt like every single time he fumbled the ball, he was on our side of the field, bro. It was on our side of the field, so we kept giving the opposing team short fields, and that
score,
and it just sucks because that took us out of games a lot of the time, right? Because our defense wasn't that great last year.
Yeah, that pretty much single-handedly lost the Chargers game in week 1 for one. Either we were in scoring position going for points and he fumbled, or we were in our own territory and didn't want to turn the ball over in the most inopportune time, and he still freaking fumbled. Like, he fumbled the most bad times in the world. It's like, yo, you don't want to fumble ever, but you don't want to fumble your own 5-yard line like this. No. You want to fumble your own 15-yard line. That's a no. You don't want to fumble on a 45 against the Panthers. We're looking for points, and you just got a 20-yard run from this dude, and he just coughs up the rock. You just don't want to do that.
Yeah. I agree, bro. But off of the running backs, I want to ask you this question for Sunday. So, who are the 3 players on our team that you're most eager to watch on Sunday?
I wish it wasn't raining, because this answer would be a lot more smoother. I'm looking forward to seeing Antonio Gibson, see how he does bounce back from his benching and / hey, you're going to be an end of space guy. You're going to be a kick returner. Let's see he bounce back as RB1 again. Also, I want to see how good his hands are in the rain. I know how good his hands are. I'm a Penn State
You
fan.
said Jahan Dotson?
Other people don't know. Yeah, Jahan Dotson, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 for me, I do want to see Jamin Davis. I want to see how he grow 1 year too. His progression and how better of a player he is in coverage and tackling, and how does he better knifing through gaps in order to get to the ball carriers in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, I had a certain 3 players before finding out that it was going to be raining on Sunday, but I mean, I think number 1 has to be Antonio Gibson, bro. He's going to get most of the work. Like, I feel like he's going to get a huge part of the offensive load in this game, and if he doesn't do well, I feel like we won't do well, and that's going to affect our entire game plan. So that'll probably be my number 1 guy. Another guy you didn't mention, I know it's an obvious one, but Carson Wentz, bro. First regular season game as Commanders quarterback.
I
was not that great this
preseason.
Yeah, I know. I get that. And I appreciate that too, because you gave some great insights on like other players. But yeah, Carson Wentz, I mean, we'll see. And he probably won't be able to air it out as much as we would like, just because it's gonna be raining all day and stuff. But I mean, I feel like we also shouldn't be making that excuse for our quarterback when other teams can air it out when it's raining. So we saw that with Patrick Mahomes a couple of years ago. But yeah, and the third guy, you mentioned Jahan Dotson. I'll say Bobby McCain. I started off by talking about him on the show. Bobby McCain is going to have to step up because Cam Curl's out, and Jeremy Reeves or whoever's back there, Derek Forrest, you name it, Percy Butler. They're going to be a young guy, right? A relative young guy, and Bobby McCain is going to be the leader of that group. So he needs to step up. And if he gets burnt all day on Sunday, bro, it's a bad sign for our chances against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think we're dealing with I think Tone. I think you're going in and out, Tone. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay.
Can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can hear you perfect. I'm almost home. Sorry, I'm literally almost home.
It's all good. Dave in DC saying I'm going to the game in the rain. Oh well, should be fun on opening day. Dave, first off, appreciate you for coming on. Tim as well. My bad, bro. Thank you guys for coming on. And yeah, it's gonna be raining all day. Hopefully you have your what is it, poncho, right? Hopefully you have that.
I got my poncho ready to tailgate.
Oh yeah, you too, bro. Well, talk about what you're gonna do to get ready for Sunday, bro. I didn't even. My apologies for not talking about that. You're going to the game, right?
Yeah. First of all, wake up and paint the good man upstairs for another day. Second, then we get a poncho. Third, we get an umbrella. And I can't say anything else I'm going to bring because it's not for kids. It's not for kids. Not for kid consumption.
Okay.
We talked about this on Twitter. It starts with a C and ends with an S. And it's called House Friends in English.
Yeah. Adult water, bro. Adult water.
Adult water, man. Adult water.
Yeah. But yeah, hope Tone, you have a great time, even out there in the rain. Don't get soaked or anything. Dave as well. Hopefully you guys have a great time. And I mean, most importantly, I don't care. I know you don't care if it rains or whatever if we win, right? But hopefully it's not rain and a loss. I'll just say that. But okay, so we talk about 3 players that we're most eager to watch on the Commanders. How about 3 players that we're most eager to watch on the Jaguars?
Trayvon Walker for 1.
Okay.
Number 2, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Number 3, I would want to say Jamal Agnew. I'm very interested. Jamal Agnew is
special teams?
Yeah, he's a very fan favorite of the Jaguars. And understandably why. He's a darn good player. I like what he brings to the table. But, yeah, I definitely want to see Jamal Agnew. He seems pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. You see what Dave commented in the chat? I'm a big Protech fan.
I appreciate that. I love it,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to be there for the subs. I love y'all, man. I love my game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All my homies like Protech, bro. That's how it works. That's how it works. Just like the meme, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, you mentioned Trevor, obviously quarterback, Trayvon Walker as well, number 1 overall pick. You mentioned Jamal Agnew as well. That's a great third guy. For me, it's gonna be the guy who we all thought was overpaid this offseason, Christian Kirk. He is what? Wide receiver 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's getting paid $18 million per year. I believe he's never had a 1,000-yard season. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Protech. But yeah, I'm eager to see if Kirk is gonna, for both real life and fantasy purposes, for whether Kirk is going to pretty much just cut this defense apart, right? As we've seen receivers do in the past against this defense, or if we're going to be able to contain him. I think that's definitely going to be a big key. Oh my gosh. Dave. Oh, how could I forget about this guy? How could I forget? Tone. I don't know if you can hear me. How could I forget?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about his op self. Forget that op.
I mean, he was respectful. He was respectful with what he said. I believe it was yesterday. He said basically, yeah, they're a good team. You got to be ready for them and stuff when talking about the Commanders. Shout out to Brandon Sheriff. I still think he should have got paid here in DC.
I think he should have got paid too, honestly. And when you look at the contract number, 16 per is not that bad. I would have done it. I
mean, it was less than the franchise tag last year, bro.
Exactly. I don't know. I guess they fought budget options. Hey, Andrew Noel, solid starter. Trey Turner, solid starter.
No, I do like Andrew Noel,
solid starter.
Yeah. But honestly, I think we both would agree that money would have been best served to get even a better quarterback. But we got Carson Wentz. My bad. Oh, if we got Trevor Lawrence, Carson Wentz.
I don't think Carson's that bad. We need to stop this.
All right, you want to have that conversation?
Carson's an average starter. I'll put this. Carson's an average starter. I'm not saying Carson is great. He's not a top 10 quarterback. No.
I agree. He's getting a lot
between
of hate right now.
That 15 to that 18 range.
That's fair.
I think below 21 is uncivilized. Okay.
I think
16 to 18,
16
I
to
think
20.
that's fair for Carson.
Okay. That's fair. No, I mean, I agree with you, but $28 million on the books. Carson Wentz. I know that's not a lot of money compared to what
Kirk getting 40.
I know. Speaking of, bro.
Better than Carson now.
Bro, do you want to talk about Michael Irvin's MVP pick, bro? Michael, he said was gonna be MVP this year, Michael Irvin.
Who the heck he said?
Bro. Captain Kirk, bro. Captain Kirk.
Irvin has lost brain cells. We're not talking about that. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Next topic. I'm not doing that. I'm not Nati. I'm not doing it, Nati. No. Nati, I'm not doing it. I'm not talking about Kirk Cousins, bro.
Captain Kirk.
I love Kirk, but we're not doing it today. I love Kirk. We're not doing it today. Nope.
Nah, bro. This offseason I made a whole video.
He no MVP candidate. That's insane. That's blasphemous. I love Kirk.
I know.
No way,
bro.
No way, Jose.
You probably saw it. It was like a back and forth video series, I guess you want to call it, between me and Abdullah. Abdullah basically had a video saying, "Oh, we took Kirk for granted," and I clapped back by saying, with another video saying, that was one of the best moves that this franchise has made and recently to let him go. I thought the problem was they didn't adequately replace him through the draft or through free agency or via trade. They didn't push all their assets or all the cards on the table and stuff. And I think that's a separate issue from the fact that we no longer have Kirk here in DC. And also, Alex Smith could have potentially been that replacement if he didn't get injured and stuff. So we don't know. There's a lot of we don't know. But my thing was we won one less game than Kirk Cousins the last 2 years, and we saved how much money on the cap at quarterback?
That time.
One less game.
I can't doubt that, but I will also say
with all our problems,
Minnesota don't have a defense though. So I mean, Kirk can only do but so much for the defense. But I do.
We didn't have a defense last year.
Yeah, we didn't have defense last year. We had one 2020 though. I'm just saying.
Okay, but you think Kirk would have been the type of quarterback that would have got us over the hump?
In 2020, I think we would have won a playoff game with Kirk. No more than that, though.
A playoff game, bro. That's not enough, bro. With the type of money
it's not enough for me either. But a fan base has been allergic to prosperity.
I know. You're right.
We would not won a playoff game since I'm 12 years old and I'm about to turn 30 next year, bro. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's a problem. I want to win a playoff game at least. God darn it! Shoot, we haven't won in freaking 17 years. Gosh,
that's an absolutely
I was in
fair
middle
take.
school. That's how we won a freaking playoff game. Let's win a playoff game. You were in elementary school for crying out loud, nutty.
Yeah. Dave in DC, Kirk is the most boring, overpaid NFL player in history. No bad feelings. That is a fact. Fact.
He's definitely boring. I can't refute that. When you win a game and scream you like that, I mean, it was a cool little catchphrase, but could have did a lot better. I'm just saying, Kirk is a boring guy. I can't deny that.
But Tone, this is where my concerns. Yeah, and this is where my concerns about Carson Wentz come in, because I think we all agree like Kirk is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz, right? And you know how I feel about Kirk Cousins. So given that, you know how I feel about Carson Wentz, huh?
Yes, yeah. Currently, right now, yes, Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
I know that kind of. That just gets you, or that gives you a feeling or a sense for where I'm at with Carson Wentz. Given, you just heard what I said about Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't know.
I
bro.
understand. I understand everyone's trepidation. I understand. If you go from Taylor Heineke to Carson Wentz.
Yes, that's an improvement. Yeah.
You went from a non-starter to at least a top 16-ish quarterback. I think Carson Wentz,
same top 16 quarterback that won only two more games than this Taylor Heineke, noodle arm Taylor Heineke, with a better roster.
Ranked offensive line, pass blocking.
They had the third ranked rushing line.
Okay,
and the best offensive weapon in the league.
Carson Wentz have
and top 12 scoring defense.
Okay, I understand that. I understand all of that. Okay, cool. The defense, I can't refute that.
1,000-yard receiver.
One.
We had one last year.
Kirk had two. He had two. He had Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
I'm not talking about Kirk. I'm talking about in terms of Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying, I'm just bringing up Kirk because they only what he won 8 games last year. The Vikings did, and they had 2 1,000-yard receivers. So just to say that he had a top rusher in football and 1 1,000-yard receiver might not be enough, even with a top 12 defense. I'm sorry. They're in the AFC, for one. Way tougher conference than the NFC. Sorry. You got Mahomes, got Herbert, freaking Derek Carr in one freaking division, okay?
To be fair, Thielen didn't have 1,000 yards. I mean, he hasn't had 1,000 yards since 2018. But I get your point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the conference is way tougher for one, number one. And they also had to play the Super Bowl champion Rams early in season 2. That schedule was brutal. It was. Outside of division games. And the division games were tough. They didn't beat the Titans at all. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Like, Texans stinked and the Jaguars stinked. And they lost to them fools. And another thing that people got to keep bringing up, he lost to Jacksonville. Andrew Luck lost to freaking Jacksonville. Phillip Rivers lost to freaking Jacksonville. Okay.
39-year-old Phillip Rivers. Sure, he lost to Jacksonville. You know how many games? No, I got you, bro. You know how many games he won in 2020? The 39-year-old noodle arm Phillip Rivers.
I know, I understand.
With a rookie Jonathan Taylor. With a rookie Michael Pittman Jr. Jonathan Taylor was he was a good player coming out of college, but he was not nearly as good as he was compared to 2020 to 2021. So, like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, he won 2 last games. He's brought in to be the difference.
Okay,
Like,
I understand. I understand. He comes to a weaker conference, a much weaker schedule.
bro, we got to talk. Well, Tone, we got to. I'm sorry to cut you off so much, but we got to talk about how weak the NFC is right now compared, bro. We talked about at the beginning of the show. The Rams got shellacked by the Bills. Rams are the best team in the NFC, bro.
Obliterated. They got decimated.
Bucks have question marks.
Bucks have question marks.
Packers have question marks.
Question marks. Yep.
Who's after that, bro? Eagles,
Dallas
Cardinals,
in the same team they were last year.
Bro, I didn't even mention that, bro. I'm not scared. Okay, I'm not scared of Dallas. I know this is gonna come back to bite me. The only player I'm scared of on Dallas is Micah, bro. Micah Parsons. I'm scared of I'm terrified of Micah Parsons.
I am scared. Sweet honey iced tea-less out of him. I won't Chris on your show, but I'm scared. Sweet honey iced tea of him. I am scared of the living crap out of him. He could be nightmares at night. Like he go kill
after last season. Both games, bro. Both games.
Just destructive. Like he is such a destructive force. It's ridiculous how good Micah Parsons is. I knew he was gonna be that good too. Coming out of Penn State, I knew he was gonna be that good. I knew it.
The character, bro. The character, what he did in college,
Oh
bro.
my God.
I was like, he's off limits. And he was one of the guys who I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I actually am okay with him being off limits and stuff. But like,
I don't care. Draft him. I don't care.
I mean, the Cowboys, they don't care. I know the Cowboys don't care.
Little fight didn't kill nobody. Draft him. Draft him. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Dallas, though. I'm not scared of Dallas. The only teams I have any type of fear in the NFC is Philadelphia.
Thank you. Bro, Tone, listen. I say something like that on Twitter.
Well, San Francisco's a problem. Because I think Trey Lance is going to be a problem.
Oh, we didn't even mention San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco is definitely a problem.
The whole NFC that
championship.
gives me a little bit of trepidation. Like, oh, crap. Those seem like a problem. Outside, no. I'm not scared of Dallas. I'm not scared of Green Bay. Minnesota,
I'm scared of the Rams. Whoa, I'm scared of the Rams. I'm scared of the Rams. Aaron Donald. That's why I'm scared of the Rams. It doesn't matter.
I'm not scared of the Rams because of one reason. Sean McVay is a great coach, number one. I give him his kudos. Matthew Stafford does not know a receiver not named Cooper Kupp. For one. And the second, their offensive line is trash.
Nothing.
Spade. It's horrible. And I get it. Buffalo
running game is horrible too.
They didn't have a good game plan. I think that's what it was. They
Game makers did nothing in the playoffs either.
You didn't see jet sweeps to the Powell kid. You didn't see also a bunch of ghosts.
That's not what I. Bro, we're talking about running back. Like
running back, yeah, but they weren't creating holes for them either. Look at the lack of penetration, lack of push the offensive line gave, and lack of holes they got last night running the football. You can't blame Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers for that. That's the offensive line being horrible. They stunk. They were horrible. They didn't create no holes. There was a bunch of penetration being made. Linebackers knifing through gaps. Immediately tackling ball carriers before they even came with a plan to figure out where the heck to go. That's on the line. The line stinks. Well, right now it stinks. It might look a little better next week versus lesser competition. But It was horrible last night.
Yeah. Bro, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Yeah, that's the only question mark, Jalen Hurts. That's the only
He's not trash, bro.
Oh, he's not trash. No. I don't think he's a good thrower to football, though. I don't think he's a good football. I don't.
People think I'm crazy when I say this, but obviously, okay, I'm gonna mention this guy's name. You're gonna go crazy. He's not Josh Allen, right? He's not Josh Allen. But I see very, very, very similar trajectories. Like, or maybe not trajectory, but like very similar way people think about these players and what they end up being, and people change their minds. Okay. Perceptions, yeah.
Got you.
Bro, I very much see Jalen Hurts proving a lot of people wrong this year. Much to our demise as Commanders fans. This is why I see the Eagles winning the division.
If he can throw the ball better, that's a big if. I don't trust Jalen Hurts personally.
Okay. I do. It's fine to differ. Yeah.
My dad's in Lancaster. He literally 30 minutes from Philadelphia. He hears the news. He's like, Some days Jalen looks good, some days look a little shaky. I do think
That's
he will
every
be
quarterback,
better than
though.
last year. I do think he'll be a bit better than last year. But in order for them to be Super Bowl contenders, not just win the division, I think they win the division regardless. I think they win the division whether Jalen is good or he's just mediocre. He has to be bad in order for him not to win this division. That roster is so complete, it's hard for them not to win that division. Their defensive line is insane.
Their defense is insane, bro.
Quarterbacks,
bro.
like,
they have
nothing,
bro. Jordan Davis, right? They added N'Kobe Dean, Steele. They added freaking everybody talking about forgetting about him. We made videos about him. James Bradbury as well. And you know who else they added recently?
Gardner Johnson.
Bro, what are we doing? Arguably the best slot cornerback, one of the best slot cornerbacks in the league, bro.
Yeah. So they're saying they were so deep. They're saying they were so good. They had the luxury to cut Anthony Harris. Just cut him.
Best offensive line in the league.
I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing, man.
Bro, best offensive line in the league. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, who I think is gonna have a great second year. Dallas Goedert is he's pretty good at tight end, bro.
Tight end now.
5? That's high, bro. That's high.
You gotta make that discussion.
Okay,
I'm not saying
name them, bro.
Top 5 tight end.
Name them. Let's go.
Andrews, Waller.
Okay. Kittle. 4.
Then it's kind of murky, honestly.
Let's think.
Honestly speaking, well, Pitts
is 5. Yeah, Pitts is 5.
Oh, he's a top 7 tight end. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
The top 7. That's still insane.
That is
still insane. All on one offense. And Miles Sanders. Can't forget about Miles Sanders for crying out loud.
I'm not high on Miles Sanders. I'm high on Jalen Hurts. I think he's gonna
a solid starting running back. I don't think he's great, but he's definitely a solid starter. And I love Kenneth Gainwell, by the way. I think he's Antonio Gibson that doesn't fumble. So
and he wore 14, right?
Trey Sermon. Freak, bro. Like
third round pick.
Oh my gosh. The offense is gonna be scary. If Jalen is average, that offense is scary. Like just petrifying.
Bro, I love my boy Rio, bro. Great, bro. Everybody go sub him up. One of the greatest in our community, bro. That's
my guy.
Amazing content creator in our community. We always have a back and forth on this, the Jalen Hurts thing. I think you've seen it previously on our channel and stuff. And whenever I mention how Jalen Hurts, I think he's gonna have a great year, or I say the Eagles are gonna win the division, my guy is like, "Oh, bro, why aren't you an Eagles fan?" I'm like, "Bro, can I not objectively say that this team is better than our team while still being a fan of my team? Like, we gotta be real with ourselves, right? Like, I can be an analyst, right? Not really an analyst, but someone who just watches football, is a fan of football, and like can objectively see things for the way they are, right? Unbiased, like you said, and also be a fan of my team at the same time. And personally, I think the Eagles are winning the division. I think we're gonna be. It's really a race between for second place between us and the Cowboys. That's what I think. I think that's where the battle comes in.
I can't.
And that might determine who is a wild card, right?
With this week NFC at all. I can't disagree with that at all. I can't disagree with that.
Bro,
like I'm so much more talented than anyone else in this division.
Yeah, one of the best rosters in the NFC. I know that's not saying much, but
might be the best outside quarterback.
I would say the Rams, Bucks are definitely Bucks. I would even say Packers, bro. I know receiver is not great, but bro, the Packers are stacked too. They are. Jair Alexander back.
Darius Smith too. People keep forgetting that. Rashawn Gary's the best pass rusher now. I can't.
Also, Devondre Campbell, right?
Devondre Campbell, really good linebacker. I like their linebackers. I don't like the defensive line. I don't.
Really?
They don't have no one pass rusher. Preston Smith? Are you serious? Preston Smith?
Whatever happened? Isn't Kenny Clark still on that
Kenny
team?
Clark still. I mean, like, edge rusher, like best edge rusher. Preston Smith? Are you serious? Kenny Clark's a monster. He's different.
But they added what's his name? From Georgia. Quez Walker.
He's a good linebacker. I like their linebackers a lot. Still got Jair Alexander at corner.
Safety. Devontae Wyatt. That was the guy that was forgetting
Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah, that's a defensive lineman.
He's a guy I like.
First round pick.
I just don't love it. They don't have a legit edge rusher that can go get 10 sacks. I don't think Rashawn Gary's that guy. I don't.
That's fair.
Personally.
But
That's my only trepidation with the Packers and the wide receiving core, of course. But
yeah,
that's more of a trepidation.
But can we agree? I think we can all agree that those three teams are the top three in the NFC, and then it's literally we're fighting for who else comes after that, right? Can we say that though?
Yeah, I agree that we're fighting for a wild card spot. We're not winning NFCs. I've already conceded that. The only way they win the NFC East is Philly just had a dream team type year and they picked up all these players and don't know how to use them, and it just goes left. And that's the only way I see it. But if they use these players correctly, they're winning the division. Yeah. Sorry to tell you guys. Sorry.
I will say this. So, so if we're breaking down the NFC playoff picture, right? So we have, I think we have, the Rams, the Bucks, we have the Packers, and then from the NFC East, we have the Eagles, right? That's 4. You need 3 more teams. I think the teams that will be battling out for a wild card spot, 49ers, Saints, who I think we're forgetting about, Cardinals.
I have a hot take for you, but I'll get you once you give your 7 teams.
Okay. So 49ers. All right, 49ers, Saints, Cardinals,
Commanders.
I think of who else after. I know. I'm trying to think of who else outside the Commanders.
I got a sneaky one for you. Got a real sneaky team. Dallas too.
Oh, Dallas, I didn't mention. Okay, Dallas.
I have one more team that might be able to fight.
Oh, Vikings.
Yeah.
That's fair. They improved this offseason. That's fair. Yeah, and Commanders. I think that's it. I don't think.
I think those 7 teams are fighting for pre-spots.
Yeah, we always have
fighting for pre-spots.
Feels like we always have a surprise team come in there. But I think in terms of the teams that'll be fighting for those 3 spots, 49ers, Saints, Cardinals, Dallas, Vikings, Commanders.
Those 6 teams fight for 3 spots.
So that's 3 spots, 6 teams. Yep, like you said. So, yeah, I'm not high on the Cardinals, especially with DeAndre Hopkins. Their entire offense revolves around Hopkins, huh?
They're missing the playoffs. I'm discarding them immediately.
I'm not even high on Kyler, bro. If we're gonna have some real talk, bro, Kyler Murray has literally collapsed 2 straight seasons, bro. Second half of 2 straight seasons.
I think they're gonna start cold.
Whoa.
They're gonna start cold.
Whoa. What you mean if he's injured, right? If Murray's injured.
I mean, he's suspended for 6 games. I'm saying why he's out. They're gonna start cold. They're gonna start cold while D-Hop's out. And they're gonna heat up at the end of the season.
Well, it's too late. You mean I'm sorry. I heard Colt. That's why I was what? Okay.
Cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they'll heat up toward the end of the season when it's too late. So I'm going to eliminate them right now.
I think 49ers can definitely be one of the wild card teams.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So
that's the playoffs too. I don't trust Dak. No, I don't trust their offense as a total.
Really?
I don't. They lost Amari Cooper.
Okay, let's have this talk then. Dallas or the Vikings?
I'm taking Minnesota.
You like Minnesota?
Taking Minnesota. Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
I just think with Dallas's roster is just too top heavy. They don't have any depth. That's my thing with Dallas. That's going to hurt them in the end. And I just don't trust Dak without a legit number 1 receiver. I don't think CD's a 1. That's my thing. I don't think he's a 1 until he proves it. If he proves it, I'm going to shut my mouth, but he has to prove it first.
That's fair. And I like how the Vikings built the roster. So I will definitely say, the Vikings. So crossing out Dallas. So now we're left with Saints, Vikings, Commanders for 2 spots.
Oh, you are penciling in the Vikings and Niners?
No, I already penciled in the 49ers.
2 spots, okay.
Yeah, so there's 2 more spots, and you have the Saints, Vikings, and us.
So 3 teams left, 2 spots. Woo, that's fire. Yeah. Ooh, no bias?
No bias, of course.
No bias. Okay. I would give the Vikings 1 playoff spot. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I like what they did in this off. I
think Saints and us.
I would say that only because the combination of Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter, this is Danielle Hunter's healthy. This is a big caveat. Danielle Hunter must be healthy. If Danielle Hunter
Smith is getting up there in age, though, my guy.
But hey, Zadarius is still a 10-sack guy, 10, 12-sack guy. And we know what Danielle Hunter is when he's healthy. A straight monster. Now, the only thing the Vikings I can't trust is that secondary. Too many young corners. That
Patrick
hurts
Peterson.
them. Yeah, Patrick old, or they're just
Old,
too
I
young
know.
and they get burnt by fire. I got Saints Commanders.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's tough. The Vikings.
I got Vikings and Commanders. I don't trust Jameis Winston.
Okay.
It's close. It's super close.
This is a hot take. You ready? I trust New Orleans Saints, Jameis Winston. New Orleans Saints, right? Not what he was before. New Orleans Saints, Jameis Winston over Kirk.
Woo! He did look pretty good last year. I can't lie to you.
Very much so.
I can't lie to you, but the body of work of Kirk Cousins, I'm gonna lean toward Kirk. But I do understand.
What body of work? One playoff win?
I mean,
in how many years?
Not the playoff success. I mean the numbers. He doesn't turn the ball over as much. He just doesn't.
Oh, that's why I said New Orleans Saints, Jameis Winston, bro.
Okay.
He didn't turn over the ball last year either.
Sample size. I gotta go with the totality of careers. And Jameis, before he got to New Orleans, was a turnover machine. I call it how it is.
I know.
But I agree with you. The version of him now being more cautious with the football, not turning the ball over, making good reads. I understand. I just gotta see it again.
Yeah.
I just gotta see it again and again for a full 17. Then I can subscribe to it. I gotta see it again though. He looked good last year. I can't lie to you. He looked extremely good last year, and I cannot refute that nor argue with that. I just gotta see it again. I gotta see it one more time, even for half a season. If I see it for half a season, I can rock with it. So I see it again.
Okay.
I like what Jameis brings to the table though. It's nothing against Jameis per se. I just think that what the Vikings did this offseason with improving their pass rush will definitely mitigate their secondary issues. And them getting Irv Smith Jr. back healthy just gives another dimension offensively. And who is stopping Dalvin Cook, bro? Like the man is a behemoth.
Only injuries.
Only he can stop himself by getting hurt. But if healthy, oh my gosh, that offense is crazy.
Justin
and
Jackson,
Kevin O'Connell being an
league.
offensive mind. Kirk has had a good offensive mind his whole time in Minnesota. The potential of that offense is insane. I kid you, I always want two, by the way. So I'm leaning for the Vikings by this much. The Saints could definitely make the playoffs, though.
I just think defense. I think Saints defense versus Kirk. I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's it.
Don't look so hot no more. Marcus
the Saints
arrested. Marcus May getting arrested. Them trading CJ Gardner-Johnson away.
That's true. But Saints still have.
I love Tyrann Mathieu, though, but he can't do it all alone back there now. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's still an addition, though. You swap out Marcus May, bring in. So that's you're at 0, right? So I think the only loss might be Marcus. And I still am confused by that trade, but is
they didn't want to pay him. Well, actually, I think
the Eagles gonna pay him.
I believe they are. I mean,
they have the
they
money.
Didn't give up nothing to get him. It could be a 1 year.
We worry about. Bro, we worry about money here in DC, bro. Complacency.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think the Eagles are gonna pay him. I think it's a 1 year rental. I believe they gave up a 6th round pick for a 1 year.
You know what that means, bro? They're all in. Which
when's the
last time? When's the last time we've seen our team be all in?
A long time.
I don't think I've ever seen it, bro.
I've seen them kind of go all in. Was 18 in the 18 season when they had Alex. We started 6-2. They started.
Ha Kendricks. You are correct.
They a 4th round pick for him. That's something significant now.
Yeah, we thought we could improve our defense. That was elite. Yeah,
just I was like, why you just keep the combination of Swearinger and Nicholson? It was fine. You didn't need haha. Like, what are we doing? But whatever.
But even bro, even 2013 after RG3, we didn't go all in. Like, bro, I'm just trying to think like
coming off an ACL. So
I know, but that's still a quarterback that teared up the league the year before. I mean, I get it. But I don't know, bro.
They had that cap.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So they couldn't do but so much with that team. That was a hell of a season 2012, though, boy. Like, I give him that credit. That was a hell
You know what I'm gonna hate, bro? Or I'm gonna like it, but hate at the same time. when we're gonna see all the 10-year anniversaries. Oh, RG3 did this 10 years ago. Oh, he did this. Oh, this was the Viking games, the Viking
I'm
run,
gonna cry.
76-yard
I'm
touchdown.
gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna cry.
Bro,
I'm gonna
that's
cry.
that's gonna pop up in
I'm
entire
gonna
season
cry.
this year.
I'm gonna cry. I don't want to think about it. I'm gonna cry. I was like, this season was so bad.
Ridiculous. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
that was a one chance. That was a one chance at a Super Bowl. That was a one legit chance. I really thought that 2012 Washington Redskins team was going to do something.
I know, bro.
If Robert didn't get hurt. I really believe that.
Bro, we were up 14-0 against the
Seattle.
what? A year? Yeah, the year before they won the championship.
Yep.
Legion
And
of
the
Boom.
Falcons didn't scare no one that year. The only team that's scaring anybody that year was the Niners. And we could have, I think we could beat San Fran. So we can't fix the past. All we can do is fix the future.
Yep. And speaking of the future, bro, we gotta finish up our talk about this matchup because it is week 1. Commanders Jaguars. Again, we've been waiting the entire offseason. Yes, we talked about everything else but the game, but we're back to talking about the game. I want to get your thoughts on a couple more questions, okay? A couple more questions.
Sure.
We'll see. Hopefully, just let me know when you have to leave, Tone.
No, I don't have to go anywhere. We're good, bro.
Okay.
You beat your playoff teams, weren't you? Oh, I didn't give you my hot take about the playoff team.
Oh yeah, you're hot. Okay, go ahead with your hot take, and then we'll get to the match.
I actually have the New Orleans Saints winning NFC South.
I
have the Minnesota Vikings win the NFC North.
Whoa.
I said it. I didn't stutter.
I think your second pick was even more bold. Whoa.
I had the Minnesota Vikings win the NFC North. Bold. I'm serious. It's going to come down to them playing each other late in the season. I think it was like week 16 or something. Both of them had the same record, but both teams had the same record. I think both teams will finish 11-6. But I do think the Vikings get the sweep on the Packers, which allowed them to win the division.
That's why there's a little hesitation when I said I think we can agree the top 3 teams are the Rams, Bucks, and the Packers.
Mm-hmm. I do have the Packers as a wild card. They'll be my 5th seed. They'll be the 1st seed making a wild card though. They'll make the playoffs. I'm not that disrespectful.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I do have the Minnesota Vikings being the 4th seed making the playoffs as the NFC North champion.
And Dave in DC with a perfect segue. I was going to ask about this question. So in terms of the 3 wideouts, I was going to ask you, how productive do you believe our starting receiver trio of Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and Jahan Dotson will be on Sunday? Keep in mind the rain.
Okay, so on Sunday, not the season, just Sunday. Okay.
Sunday and the season. It's up to you.
Okay, so I'll do Sunday first. I don't expect a lot of production from these 3 guys just because of the rain. I said to be more like an ugly, disgusting type of 17, 14, 2017 type of game. I do expect Terry McLaurin to get 100 yards though. Spoiler alert. And I do expect Jahan Dotson to actually score a touchdown in this game. And Curtis Samuel to do utility player things. Jet sweeps, screens,
gadget player,
all that gadget stuff. Mm-hmm. All the dirty work's gonna go to Curtis Samuel. So he'll probably have like a 4-catch, 25-yard game, I'm guessing. Probably 3 carries for like 18, 19 yards, something like that. Jahan Dotson's probably like a 40, 45, 50-yard game for his debut, which is not great, but it's raining, so we got temporary expectation a little bit. But I do expect Tyson Campbell get ready to get cooked, deep fried and sauteed with extra seasoning, because Terry McLaurin's going to sauce you up and destroy you. Have fun.
Darius Williams
and a touchdown for my boy Terry.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Darius Williams, I like Shaquille Griffin, but I mean, I still think he can get beat, right? And you mentioned Tyson Campbell. Yeah, I definitely think Terry is going to have a great game. Curtis Samuel he won't look great on the stat sheet, but he'll have some good, some good plays occasionally during the game. But I mean, the guy that I want to see have a big game is Jahan Dotson, but I just don't know if we're going to see it right out the gate with the rain. And we didn't see we saw one screen pass. It was a short pass, and then he turned upfield in the preseason. That's it.
He only got targeted 4 times. I mean
that's true.
In that Chiefs game, he caught one with the second team, but it wasn't nothing like too crazy. Like he caught a bomb or something. But yeah. I think that'll come over the time. Like temper expectation on Jahan a little bit early. I think the first 4 weeks he'll Probably one of them guys that when the third down chain movers, catching slants, digs, things of that nature to get him going. And then as the team gets along, okay, the run game gets going. Then I expect Jahan to go just absolutely ape crap. Because you can go, run a post. We got 8 men in the box, run a post. You got 1-on-1 with a corner. Go get him. Okay. Post. Got him. Whoop.
Yeah.
7 yards of away. Boom. Like those big plays will come when off play action and off the run game. I do believe the run game is effective. Jahan's going to be insanely good because he'll be 1-on-1 with a third corner. Like, bro, you can't be a third corner. We got a problem, bro. Like, destroy this boy.
Yep.
Take him to school, bro.
Yep. Mention receivers, but a group that I'm in terms of like if we're picking group that I'm most eager to watch on Sunday, that's the tight end group.
I knew you were gonna say tight end. I knew it,
bro. That is definitely the tight end group, bro. Logan Thomas, is he playing? He's not out.
We don't know. We won't know till Sunday.
But even, okay, so Logan Thomas, John Bates, who we did not see at all for much of the offseason because of his injury. Cole Turner, who was also out with the injury, but we heard some good things in practices and stuff.
I saw him practice in person.
And me too.
He looks good. He looks good. I compared him to George Kittle, and people got mad at me. I don't care.
Bro, how are you gonna compare Cole Turner to George Kittle this offseason? And then I have our boy Corey, last offseason comparing John Bates to George Kittle. One of you guys has to be right. But
what I mean by Kittle, as a pure receiving tight end. Now, this is not talking about blocking, talking leadership, none of that. Just pure pass catching ability. That is it. That is all. Route running and pass catching ability. And I'm not talking right now. I'm talking 2 or 3 years down the line. He could be a top 10 tight end. I really believe that. 2 or 3 years down the line, I think this kid's gonna be really good. I really believe that. Especially the he
can't block, bro.
He can't block to save his life. So did Jordan Reed. But we weren't complaining.
But Jordan Reed had the route running. Cole Turner, do we know about his route running?
He's a former
Jordan Reed was.
He's a former wide receiver. He knows how to run routes. I'm not saying we Jordan Reed good. Okay, chill. I'm not saying we have an 80 catch and 980 yards.
Jordan Reed was in his prime.
Not that
short prime.
Yeah. That was a crazy short prime.
Crazy short. It's like 2 seasons.
Almost land the red zone touchdown, right? But I do believe Cole Turner in about 2 years could be a borderline top 10 tight end. I really believe that. As a pass catching tight end, though, like not blocking, nothing else. But it's pure pass catching tight ends. They'll start looking at who's this Cole Turner kid? 600 yards? Who's this guy? 52 catches? 8 touchdowns. Who is this dude? Dude, Ian. I'm just saying he has the red zone ability, he has the catch radius, he has the route running being a former wide receiver. He has all the traits. We need to see on the field.
So we're not going to talk about Logan Thomas? He's technically the starting tight end.
I know. Logan's gonna eat. I know what Logan's gonna do. Logan's gonna eat, bro. If he's playing.
And this is,
scratch.
Am I wrong on this? I might be wrong. Isn't this his last year in DC?
No,
like right on his contract.
Got an extension. So
okay. It runs through next year.
4 will be his last year here. Yeah.
Was it really that long? Bro, how did I forget
3 years. He extended this year. So was it this year? I think it was.
3. So it's 3 years.
He said last year. So
yeah. Oh, you're right though. Yeah, 2024. Yep.
He'll be a free agent in 2024. Okay, yeah, thought so.
Or after the 2024 season. So yeah, the extension happened last offseason, I believe, but didn't kick in until
this year. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. All right. Okay. So Logan Thomas, hopefully that's crazy. A lot of us, including myself, were like, oh, he's gonna be out first couple games. But I don't know.
What?
Same thing with Brian Robinson. I don't know. But yeah, that's why you just gotta take a wait and see approach there. But last point though, like Carson Wentz loves to target his tight ends. So whoever's there is going to get targeted. I mean, we saw even in the preseason.
Amani Rodgers,
yeah.
Targets, yeah.
He's getting all the targets, bro. I think it was the first game of the preseason. So, last question before. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. But do you think that our offensive line will be able to contain the Jaguars' pass rush with stud defensive end Josh Allen, number 1 overall pick Trayvon Walker, and even linebackers Devin Lloyd and Chad Muma, perhaps rushing up the middle on blitzes? Do you think our offensive line will be able to contain those guys?
For most of the game, yes. I do think for most of the game. It depends how the flow of the game goes. If they're able to run the football, I think you will probably hold those guys pretty much in check. But if they completely stop the run game and make you one-dimensional, then that could change a lot of things. I'm assuming the run game is going to be efficient enough to keep them at bay, at least. So I say yes.
Okay. So no real worries there, I guess. Josh
The only
Allen.
concern will probably be Trey Turner. We haven't seen him play yet. So I have no concern about Trace Roulier. I have almost none of Charles Leno. I have none of Sam Cosmi. And I'm a little bit concerned with Andrew Norwell because sometimes he likes to get hurt. But Wes West can always come in and save the day. So I'm not too concerned.
Okay. All right.
They are worried so much, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of concerned because I don't know. It seems like all these advanced metrics and stuff seem to point to Commanders' offensive line being a good unit, but like, I mean, we got beat a lot on. I think we actually were top 10 in sacks allowed last season, or top 12. It was something high, like it was higher than every other metric, which had us being a good unit, right? So our offensive line is definitely capable of giving up a lot of sacks. Even with the additions, swapping out a couple players. So I'm a little worried there. But yeah, I don't think we should be as worried as the Cowboys. Like Cowboys defensive line or defensive unit rolling in and us having to stop them in the pass rush game. But lastly, with regards to the Commanders-Jaguars game, bro, it's time. What is your score prediction for the game?
This is going to be a nasty one. It's going to be a nasty, ugly game. I'm going to give you guys 21-17 Commanders.
Okay.
21-17. Ugly, nasty game, but the good guys come on top.
Okay. I'm going to give you mentioned the score, I think, earlier, actually. I'm going to give you 17-14 Commanders. 17-14.
That actually sounds a little bit more closer to what I really thought at first. I got a couple extra points just because I do think Wentz is going to throw 3 touchdowns. Spoiler alert, he's going to throw 3 touchdowns.
Even the rain, bro?
In the rain.
See, that was my prediction before finding out. But
all of them to tight ends.
Wow.
Except for
different
one.
tight ends?
Yep. Logan, if he plays, Cole, and one to John.
I think you mean the Jaguars, but Dave and DC 27-24. That's high, bro. Are we forgetting that's raining?
Nah,
I know Carson Wentz can throw the ball.
I'm not going above 48 points for this game. Sorry. Can't do it.
I mean, it might happen, bro. You know how it is, bro. And you know how it is with score predictions. It always is like when we think it's gonna be a low scoring game, it ends up being a high scoring game for the most part, right? And then high scoring, it ends up being low scoring.
And the rain might not
it doesn't always.
It might just be drizzling all day too, so it might not be like the whoosh 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 rain, but it might be like little drizzle. It might not be in the way too much.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think it's just gonna be rain. I think it's just gonna be. It might not be heavy rain, but it's just gonna be rain, which throws a wrench into the offense a little bit. But then again, also throws a wrench into the Jaguars offense a little bit too. So, I mean, although I feel like they're more used to it, Jacksonville rains a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But yeah, my last question for you, Tone. Big question, but I mean, we kind of talked about this earlier in terms of the NFC playoff picture. But what's your record prediction for the Commanders in 2022? Where do you see them ranking? If they are making the wild card, like you said earlier, like where in the wild card, like what slot, and yeah, what are your thoughts, general thoughts going in? This is probably the last time we're going to be talking about the Commanders. I don't know if you're making a video tomorrow, but probably maybe the last time, second to last time we'll be talking about the Commanders before they actually play out there at Atlanta or Maryland against Jacksonville Jaguars 1 p.m. on Sunday, September 11th. But
Yeah, hopefully I will have a preview of my boy Brett James, who's a Jaguar fan tomorrow. So
Oh, true. I did see that. Yep.
yeah. So hopefully tomorrow at 7 we'll be doing that. But if not, then I will just doing a preview of myself. Either way, it's my last preseason video before we actually kick off on Sunday. Either way. But I have 10-7. 7th seed in NFC playoffs. We're the last seed, the last team to get in. And I expect us to start off 2-0. I expect 3-3 in the division. So we split with everyone, including the Eagles. I actually don't think we're actually going to get swept by the Eagles. We're going to probably lose week 3. I believe that. But I think Carson Wentz going to get revenge in week 10 versus those darn little pigeons in the Lincoln Financial Field. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 500 in the division, 10-7 overall, make the playoffs, and hopefully win a playoff game. That is my predictions and expectations for the Commanders this year. You won 7 games with a non-starting quarterback. I do expect more wins, especially playing the AFC South. If you can't go pretty much the AFC South, I have a problem. So I think that makes a huge difference this year than other years previous.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I think that's a fair prediction. I think we're going to get the same amount of wins that Carson Wentz had last year. We're going to go 9-8. I think we're closer to an 8-win team than a 10-win team at this point. But I think we're going to go 9-8. That's my prediction. 2021, I predicted 8-9. We went 7-10. And then 2020, I predicted 7-9. We went 7-9. So it just gives the people who are watching just a general idea of like where my predictions have gone and stuff. And while I see us improving off of last season, Carson Wentz, and I think Carson Wentz is definitely an improvement over Taylor Heineke. I think given the lackluster defensive play that we've had really the last couple of years, given my doubts on Carson Wentz and what he can bring to our offense this year, and given our injury situation, I think I'm sticking with the prediction I had at the beginning of the offseason, or not beginning of the offseason, but right after the Carson Wentz trade of us going 9-8. And I do agree, though, with Tone. I still think we're going to find a way to get into the playoffs, 7 seed, wild card spot. And I don't see us. Well, actually, I don't know. We might win a playoff game. Who knows, bro? Who knows? But that is my prediction. 9-8. I think 50-50, or I'm sorry, 500 in the division as well. I agree. We're going to sweep the Giants, win 1 against the Cowboys, lose both against the Eagles, lose 1 against the Cowboys. So I agree, 50-50 in the division, or 500 in the division. I will say this. If Deshaun Watson wasn't playing that Browns game at the end of the season, I might have bumped up my count to 10 wins for us instead of 9. I think it's going to be the difference in that game for the Browns. And I'm pointing out Dave and DC right here, 11-6, best case scenario, but so unpredictable. That is correct. 11 wins, man. First time in 30 years. 30 years.
That would be great. But I say 10-7 because we split with the division. That's 3 wins there. Split with the whole division. I actually got lose to the Giants once. We're splitting everyone, including the Eagles.
You got us splitting the job. Okay. I got us getting swept by the Eagles.
I think we could probably sweep the Giants, but it's just like, you get that one letdown game every year, a team you're supposed to beat. I fancy the Giants, the second Giants game.
The one game that we're supposed to lose, we end up winning too. Yep. Like the Bucs last year.
Yep. Exactly. So that's when the letdown game of the year. I think it'll be the Giants game. If you go 3-1 against the AFC South, I got to beat the whole entire division except the Indianapolis Colts.
Same.
With the NFC North, I got going.
Whoa! You got us beating the Titans too?
Yes.
Who's gonna stop Derrick Henry on our defense?
No one. If we want to outscore them, that's lit.
You think so? If Derrick Henry keeps turning the clock, running down the field,
who in the Titans secondary not named Kevin Byard can do anything?
It won't matter though if Derrick Henry's just.
If you're going boom 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 touchdown, 4 plays 80 yards, 5 plays 80 yards.
That's what I mean though. Are we gonna even get the chance to go boom 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 down the field if Derrick Henry is?
Yes, because they don't have a passing game. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill. I really don't.
Whoa. We don't need to see this. We don't need to say this, Jason. I mean, there are some people out there who think we're gonna split against the Giants as well, and we have a bye week in between, so we might, not really put our focus in the next
like. Have fun with your comment, bro. You can call me that. That's completely fine.
That's messed up. No, that's not right.
I wasn't born yesterday, and I'm not that word. You can have fun with that, but you can go on my channel, bro. I'm actually quite accurate with these things, and we always have a letdown game every year. So all this, we lose to the Giants. Y'all like we didn't lose to the Texas week 1 in 2014 with Robert Griffin. We weren't supposed to win that. We supposed to lose that game. Y'all act like we weren't supposed to lose to the Cowboys, beat the Cowboys in 2015 on Monday Night Football when they had Matt Castle at quarterback. These things happen. So stop playing like we this big dog team and we got.
Oh, we had Colt McCoy, right?
Supposed to beat
Colt McCoy.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lose to the Texans. So what we crying about?
Speaking of, bro, that 4-game slate, bro. If we don't win all 4 games, or win at least 3, if we don't win at least 3, bro, we don't deserve to do anything. The 2 games against the Giants, Falcons, and Texans, bro.
Yeah,
and we have a bye week.
Matter of fact, when I really think about it, though, I only said we're gonna split against the Giants. I don't want to lose to the Eagles twice. I personally, that's personal, but I don't want to. I had 3-3, so I'm like, hey, 3-3. We either gonna lose to the Eagles twice, we're gonna split the Giants, or we're gonna split against everybody. So I had to pick a full split. I don't want to lose to the Eagles twice. Sorry, Carson deserves his revenge. Carson deserves his revenge.
Just don't think he's gonna get it.
Hope he gets in Philadelphia. Kick them pigeons' tail.
I hope so too, but I don't know. We'll see.
3-3 is gonna happen regardless if we sweep the Giants or lose to the Eagles twice or we split against everyone. 3-3 is gonna happen. That's the ultimate conclusion that we have here, and we both agree that 3-3 is gonna happen. 3-1 against AFC South, 2-2. Actually, matter of fact, 3-1 against NFC North. The only team gonna lose to the Vikings. We do well.
That's a hot take.
We do well against Green Bay.
We do well
at home.
That's true.
We lost home game to Green Bay.
Have we beat the Vikings since Kirk's been on that team?
Kirk gonna come here and kick our tail. I can't say where I want to say. They're gonna come and destroy us. I think Kirk gonna put all his anger and frustration and all of his DC, you want to do this to me, huh? You want to? Oh my God. That game's gonna be crazy. I look forward to that one.
Yeah. With that being said, Tone, appreciate you, bro, for coming on the channel. We had a fun hour and 15 minutes on here. It's always a great time, bro. And I mean, bro, this man's was literally out of his house and he was still live streaming just because, like of that commitment and stuff for the channel and his support for the channel and stuff. So I appreciate you, bro, for everything. And it's going to be a fun season. Hopefully we're both wrong and this team wins 16 or 17 games, goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl. Bro, I literally, there's moments like where I'm doing like homework or doing chores, whatever, right? There's like split seconds where I think, wow, imagine if my football team wins a Super Bowl, bro. I get goosebumps immediately. I just can't imagine that feeling, bro, of winning a Super Bowl, your favorite football team. Like,
honestly speaking, winning a playoff game gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't won one in so long.
Yeah.
It'll be fun if we just won a Super Bowl, win a play. You know how this fan base would go insane if we played a 2 seed in the playoffs and beat that 2 seed, no matter who the heck it is. The city will erupt, bro. Like we just want to stand the cup with the Caps or something. Like World Series,
bro. And we saw how DC went crazy, bro. Like with the Cap. I mean, obviously that was also our first championship in I don't know how many years, right, for DC major sports and stuff. But like at the end of the day, it was still the Caps. We love the Caps, but like we know football reigns supreme. Like if the Commanders won a Super Bowl, bro, we know it's not just DC, Maryland, DC, Virginia, everything would go crazy, bro. Like
we won,
bro.
Let's go.
My last comment though, before I didn't even mention this on the live stream. So just like a little bit here, I want to say. So recently, I think it was like a college analytics department or something ranked fan bases in the NFL, and the Washington Commanders fan base was 32nd. And all I want to say is one, that's absolutely wrong when it comes to how loyal the fans that are left for this franchise are, right? This fan base, and I had this argument literally early in this week with one of my guys out here in New York who is a Knicks fan, right? I talked about how there is no more loyal fan base in American sports than a Commanders or a Washington football fan right now. You account for the sexual harassment allegations. sexual misconduct, whatever, from the organization, right? The lack of winning over the last 20 plus years, the fact that we had to go through 2 name changes, the fact that we had to just stick by this team through all that, through thick and thin, bro. If you're still a fan of this team, shout out to you. If you're a young fan of this team like us two, and you're still by this team, shout out even more to you, because this team has not shown us much throughout our lifetimes. Hopefully they change things in 2022 and we win double-digit games, or we at least go to the playoffs and we win a playoff game, whatever, right? Hopefully this team brings success back to DC when it comes to football, and hopefully we'll be on here talking about something more than just double-digit wins in the future. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the DMVSportsZone channel. We like to post fire content like this as much as possible. Also, go follow our Twitter page at DMVSportsZone, Instagram page, all lowercase DMVSportsZone, and our TikTok at DMVSportsZone as well. Tone, plug your networks, bro. I apologize. You should have done it at the beginning. That's my bad. But go ahead, plug everything.
It's all good. It's all good. Shout out to Naughty, man. It's always dope to talk to my mind. Talk to my guy, man. It was great meeting you in person at the open practice. It was great meeting you. It was brief, it was short, but it was great to meet you as well. I'm just glad to have a great YouTube community like us on the Commanders YouTube community. We have the biggest, one of our biggest channels, only 20,000 subscribers with Louis T, but we love each other. We care about each other, and we're thankful for each other, and we're grateful, which is always great. But enough on a tangent. I just want to thank all of our Washington football YouTubers, our Commanders YouTubers, for everything. I'm very appreciative of all the collaborations and everything. And start with Naughty, man, honestly speaking. So shout out to Naughty, man. One of the first guys I ever collaborated on my channel. So shout out to Naughty for that. But yeah. You guys can subscribe to the Protech Sports Network on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on Protech Sports Network _ on Instagram as well. My Twitter is PSN04293. Spoiler, that is my birth date. So yeah. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And yeah, man, I have a second channel called Life of Tone. I have a podcast called Change the Narrative, where we try to change the narratives going on for the world. You can go ahead and subscribe to that. ALOT with periods after every letter. On the YouTube. You can follow me on my personal Instagram at Tony_BFV. I'll have my link tree under there as well, so you can follow all the YouTubes and all the social media platforms I do have. I don't have TikTok though, so I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I'm not with the Gen X people yet. I can't do it.
I'm not either, bro. That's why we have a doula running it. But no, I agree with you, bro.
But funny as heck.
yeah. But yeah, bro. Sorry, I was just thinking, like, it's crazy, man. Like, when we like started this channel journey and stuff. I know you started a couple months like before me, but like we pretty much like beginning the pandemic and stuff. We're making videos, and to see it's just crazy because like to see our progression as people, as content creators, as whatever, right? To just see it overlap with how like everything is opening up and like we're sort of like returning back to normal. It's just cool. It was just something that just came up in my head. And bro, I know it's random, but Tone, I appreciate you, bro, for coming on. Go make sure to follow Tone on all of his accounts, man. Life of Tone, his YouTube account, Protech Sports, Twitter account as well that he plugged, everything, Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys. No problem. And I appreciate what you said about our community as well. But yeah, appreciate you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, a great weekend. And Tone, we'll see you tomorrow. I will see you on Sunday. But regardless, let's get a dub.
Let's get a dub, man. So, hey, see y'all. Have a